Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the Curse of Margaritaville. You are in the town. The innkeeper has bit poor Kenneth. And I do believe we are in a combat situation here. Doesn't mean you have to kill the innkeeper, but it does mean that we need to take turns here. So...
But was he rehydrated by the blood? The real questions.
Not within a minute, he wasn't.
Okay.
Oh, no, my token.
Maybe we should just let him keep drinking, guys.
Weird. Yeah, that's a great idea.
I've got in one hand, I thought I wasn't defending my shield. My shield was tied to my arm, but you know, I obviously wasn't defending with it because my hand was outstretched with the water skin. I got attacked.
Missing Sir
Rolling
Walker.
initiative?
Yes, here are your tokens. You may click them and roll initiative if needed, which is likely considering the situation we're in.
Yeah, if they want to save me, I mean, they could always walk away.
They could. I mean, he is Sir Walker, right? That's what he does.
Still 2 rolls left.
Yeah, it's being slow, like I said.
Yeah.
That is unfortunate. Innkeeper goes at 6. Nope, 5, because 2 plus 3 is 5. Excellent.
Oh dear.
Get a 9 here. And is that everybody? I see 4. Who are we missing? We're missing Boomer.
Did I not roll?
7. No, you rolled, but
Yeah.
it's all good.
Yeah.
Oh, I was supposed to do it a different way?
No.
Everything.
Neal's just
There are
checking
many
to see who's
ways.
missing on the list.
Okay.
Yes, there are many ways. So the innkeeper goes first, and he's already got you, and he's
Don't
already
drink-
biting you, and he
Don't
just
drink me, drink the water! Drink the
continues
water!
to gnaw
Fool!
on you.
Do an in check. It's my water. People, you don't
He-
drink people.
He gnashes with his teeth again. You take 1 more point of damage as he slowly rips away at your throat. Boomer.
Ah, my ear, now my throat. What with this adventure?
All right, so
Just
Boomer,
so
again,
tasty.
being the non-adventure he is, goes, ah! And then just shoots his crossbow twice in the guy's face without thinking.
All right, first attack now, second attack at the end of the round.
All right. One sec.
9. To shoot him, you'll have to be on his side or back, because otherwise you'll have to shoot through your allies. So that is at least a flank. So it's at least a 10. So it's at least a hit. Your crossbow bolt strikes the innkeeper.
I mean, to
some
be
damage.
fair, I don't think I flanked. I think I just panic shot.
Oh,
Roll a
Well,
d2.
I'm being real here.
Roll
Roll
a
me.
d2.
roll me a d2, my friend. A d2,
Oh, shit.
a 1d2.
Sorry. Okay,
1 for
yeah.
Sir.
See who you hit.
1 for
Our-
Kenneth, 2 for innkeeper.
D2.
You shoot Kenneth in the back. It gets caught in his chainmail, so it doesn't hurt him.
No.
But you do shoot him in the back. Randall.
Oh my god, you shot Kenny!
I want to do. Is non-lethal thing in 2E?
Yeah, but it's like a -4 to hit, and you do
Alright.
half damage as real,
Unlethal.
half as temporary. Oh my god, you fucking crit him. Yeah, you crit him, so actually you
Oh.
double crit him.
You
No,
just
no,
pull
single
him
crit,
off,
because it's...
Kenny.
Roll me another d8 on top of that, that 4. 5. So you do 9 damage. Half is real, half is temporary. So let's hope he has at least 5 hit points, because otherwise you accidentally kill him.
No.
We're the best adventurers.
5 hit points. All right, you do 4 real damage and 5 temporary damage to him, and he just like poof, hits the ground, unconscious.
Give him water.
Sorry!
Here's
And
my
okay.
water skin, and I'll start healing my neck up with
When-
my magic.
Before they give him water,
Yes.
I'll say, wait, this will be great. Then I point my left arm and say, Strandtastic restraint system and also aquatic dinner collector, activate. And I'm also skilled with a net. So I shoot a net onto him.
Excellent. He's unconscious. The net hits.
And
He's
then
netted.
wrap the rope around him so that when he gets rehydrated, he doesn't attack us again.
Excellent. All right.
I walk
Well,
up to Kenny. I pull the arrow on his back, saying, "Sorry, let me just grab it."
Oh, did something hit me?
No, just a little pat on the back. You did good. You did good.
Oh, all right. I didn't notice it because I got the chainmail on. What was that? Oh, yeah. And I'm really distracted by that big gouge in my neck that I'm slowly healing 1 HP every minute. Sorry, Martha, for the extra work. I'll be more careful.
Well,
So, do we do water?
That'll be
into the-
great.
Yeah.
For you to
Someone
hydrate.
give him. Someone do the water skin. I'm healing.
I take it and start trying to feed him some water. If he'll ingest it unconsciously, I guess.
no, not when he's unconscious. He won't voluntarily eat or drink anything.
What if I put the water in his mouth and cast command and say,
He
swallow?
can't hear you if he's.
He's unconscious. He can't
All right.
respond to commands.
Okay.
But nice try.
How long does it take him to wake up?
Like an hour or two.
Could you heal him back up with the Martha
Yeah,
thing?
I could heal him. Give me a second. I'm going to get my neck
Wait.
first. Okay.
All right.
Wait.
Young gnome, did you get that adhesive? Can we adhesive his mouth shut with the water in so when he wakes up, he's forced to drink it and then just
Hold
leave
on.
him?
I've heard tales of
Yap. All I used was just sap.
I've heard tales of clerics of Martha hurting undead creatures.
All right. We'll see how my heal spell goes. Okay.
Uh-oh.
After, if Neal allows, after 4 minutes,
All right, I'm
You
gonna
feeling my
take
wound?
time to reload his crossbow for him. Too.
Oh, thank you. I didn't even realize this was unloaded. Technology is very foreign to me.
all right. Okay. Is everyone ready? Because I'm going to cast a heal. Because the temporary, not healing the temporary damage. I'm healing the real damage, which will wake him up right now.
Or
Okay.
kill him.
Did we put the water in his mouth first, at least, just in case?
Well, it's not holy water, so.
Boomer, not understanding anything, just puts the water in his mouth, just pours it in, and it's like pouring out of his mouth, and
He's
nothing's
gonna just
happening, but
spit
it's
it out.
there. It's there.
All right.
It's there.
Okay. Everyone ready?
And I back the hell
Flanking and
off.
back attacks ready to go. He's netted down. I heal up the permanent damage he got. Neal.
Okay. You heal him up, and he sort of comes to and tries to reach for you, but his arms are stuck and he can't move. But
He's got water in his
hisses.
mouth.
It falls out of his mouth.
Oh.
Oh, you can do the command thing.
If it was still in his mouth, maybe. If we coordinate this, we could do it.
Okay.
We
so I
basically
guess-
need to be like waterboarding him, and then I say the command.
Okay. I mean, yeah, I'll just be like put the water skin in his mouth, right?
Oh, Walker, how could you waterboard someone?
Put the
Yeah.
water skin in his mouth. And
Yeah, so I use command word. Well, probably drink is gonna go better than swallow, since he could just
Yeah.
troll me otherwise.
mhm. So you command him to drink?
Yeah, while the water's pouring into his mouth.
Right. It has absolutely no effect on him. He seems mindless, devoid of any sense of self, and compelled to act in a certain way. The command spell is useless.
Everyone take a few steps away from him. I'm going to try to turn undead.
All right.
And if he's affected or not is going to be interesting. I mean, it could just fail.
Explodes.
All right, give me a
Will.
willpower check.
Yeah. On level 2 now, so...
Yes, so
I
a plus
get-
2, I believe.
Yeah, so plus 2 on this.
That's a fantastic check. And yet, the creature before you does not turn.
Alright, so he's not undead, so the witch was saying the truth on that matter. But he's still cursed.
Yes.
Alright, so he's tied up now. Do you want to just get rooms for the night and continue the adventure tomorrow?
Yeah, I'd say so.
Yeah.
Just
Wait.
leave this guy here on the floor.
So he didn't drink
That's
and
fine.
he didn't turn?
Yes, he did not drink nor turn.
He's
What
undead
a
and not
mystery.
undead at the same time?
Well, he's
He might-
cursed. He's just cursed.
Okay.
Can we
Tie him
figure
up
out a way to
really
make him
securely.
swallow?
Yeah, we can tie him up. Yeah.
You guys go find rooms for the night.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
You're
How
not
much are the
worried that the
rooms,
rest of the
sir?
town
Oh,
is
if you don't
dark
say
and-
anything, it's free. All right. Oh, it's free. Thank you very much, sir.
You're not worried that the rest of the town is dark and spooky?
I didn't notice.
Well, in
Excellent.
the daytime. Well, in the daytime, it'll be not dark and spooky. It'll be safer.
Totally, yeah. There's no problem with that.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. The night passes, and you wake up in the morning. You come on downstairs, and the innkeeper is there. He's been untied, and he's like rubbing his face. There's a couple other people around. The net is very carefully folded up. The ropes are very carefully coiled and set in a corner. There's a couple of people serving food, and a bunch of people hanging out and eating it, noticeably all covered in oil.
We did it, guys.
All right, I retrieve my net and carefully load it back into the net launcher.
Excellent.
You bit me last night. To the innkeeper.
Excuse me?
You look at this scar. You bit
I don't see
me.
any scars, sir.
Looks pretty healed. I don't see any scars either.
Oh yeah, magically healed.
Boomer points at the blood on the innkeeper's shirt from biting through the guy's neck. It's like, well, how'd you get that?
Oh, I also work in the kitchen. It's probably just pig's blood.
Right. Do you remember what happened last night?
Let's see. After sundown, I went and had a margarita down on the beach, and that was the last thing I remember. I must have had a few too many. Seems to happen often these days.
Oh yeah. Okay. Great.
Maybe cut back on the margaritas.
It was particularly spicy, this one. Some sort of extra ingredient gave it a kick.
Wait, did we already give them the booze?
You certainly didn't haul the cart all the way to the lair and
We
back.
left it there when we went to the. He just took it. I think he assumed it dead.
So now can we kill him?
We can arrest him.
Excuse me? Killing? What are you talking
I
about,
said
killing?
arrest, sir.
He said
you
kill.
youngin, so sensitive. Back in my day, this was normal.
Men metaphorically kill his ego. 'cause
Words are just words, son.
Okay, metaphorically kill his ego. That's understandable.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not out of my district, but I am technically a deputy.
I think they're just saying that he thinks that their songs are very good and he's killing it.
Mm-hmm.
I see.
I do not do this hip lingo.
Let's just go. Let's go to the beach.
Yeah,
Come on, everyone.
I'll say now.
Oh, what's your name today, sir?
My
I'm
name?
going to ask Neal, and also what I have on tap.
My name is Zide Colesmobile. What's your name,
That's
sir?
not one of my options.
Kenneth. Father
Oh.
Kenneth.
It's lovely to meet you, Father Kenneth. Lovely. You've already paid last night, right? I don't seem to
Yes.
recall. Okay.
Yeah,
lovely.
yeah, we talked about it last night, and you gave an answer.
Lovely. 16.
He bit me in the neck. I'm not going to give him money.
You paid in blood.
Exactly.
Your name today is Golly Hammer Wrench.
Oh, golly. Are you guys ready?
Great. And what do I have on tap today?
You're going to have the perfect tool for the job. I'm ready for this.
I was
Okay.
really looking for a way to deploy those mice.
You have a craptastic crabs emitter / bell curved random number generator that shoots a pair of dice adjustable up to 20 feet. Dice must be retrieved and reloaded. You also have an anxiety extinguisher / courage enhancement social lubrication dispenser. Ale horns mounted on each side of your helmet with drinking tubes and spigots.
Filled with
And-
margarita?
Tubes.
I don't know what's in them. And last but not least, you have a Maverick Fate randomizer, a reloadable chamber on your left arm which can hold a deck of cards. Cards loaded into it can be shuffled at the touch of a button. Another button and knob shoots them out to an adjustable distance face down for perfect dealing. Perfect dealing has an asterisk on it. Roll a d20 on a roll of a 1. The dice spell functions in a spectacular way of the DM's choosing.
Today, you're basically a casino attendant. You're rolling dice, you're throwing cards, you're shoving out alcohol. Like, you would be the perfect casino worker.
Well, here you are, everybody. Is the curse lifted? Did you solve the quest? Is it over?
It looks
No.
like it.
No, at night they turn into zombies, mate. Or in the dark. Because in the pit they were already zombies.
Oh, wait. In the
Remember it was
pit there were
daytime,
zombies. So, but they're not zombies now. So I think we solved it.
It's a curse. The curses don't work like that. You actually have to do something to lift the curse. You actually have to put effort into it.
And say, now remember the plan. I'll go distract Jimmy. And then
Yeah.
and then take a metal bar and his home windows to Jimmy.
All right.
He's got a back door. We'll go in the back door.
We'll start by detecting magic on the hut as we get there. Before
No, do detect magic when we're inside so you can see where it is inside. Because you only can cast it once per day, right?
Well, yeah, I just like new morning. I'm assuming I could pick new spells, blah, 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 right? And it's one turn, which I believe now in this version is
10
60
minutes.
seconds, 10 minutes.
No,
10
turn is-
minutes. Because each round is 1 minute and a turn is 10 rounds because someone decided to make life complicated. Yeah.
Oh, okay. So yeah, then I would have 10 minutes of being able to look around like
All
and
right,
angle
all
it to
right,
find it. So yeah,
Yeah,
if we
yeah,
detect
that
it,
sounds good.
yeah.
Yeah, 10 minutes should
Excellent.
be enough time.
So
And
you
we'll say-
all...
Anyone got a crowbar?
And we'll say that I like spell slotted detect magic twice just in case we got to do it at the cave later, just in case.
All right. Okay. I'll buy a crowbar in town if they sell them.
Yes, there's a crowbar you can buy in town for regular crowbar prices.
Yeah.
With no questions asked, because you know crowbars.
I'm a cleric. Everyone trusts me.
300 copper for your 5-pound crowbar.
This is worth $2.90 at most.
300 copper. Look, buddy, you need to chill out. Why don't you go see Mr. Jimmy? He'll give you a license to chill, and then
All right,
we can just
I'll go see
hang with
him
this
now.
easily.
All right, I'll go. Here's your 3 gold.
Good. He takes it.
You paid 3 gold for that? Back in my day, that was like 5 copper.
What? That doesn't even make relative sense.
Yes, are you
Sonny,
sure?
you don't know how old I am. Inflation is a magical thing. I'll teach
This
you
is
about
made
it one day.
of more than 5 copper coins.
They were made of wood.
A wooden crowbar. Yeah. Someone sold you a stick for 5 copper. I can believe that. Here's a stick, sir. 5
Sonny,
copper.
the times have changed, okay?
Wait a second. What if we took this crowbar and we cut it up and we put it into what is this made out of?
Brass.
Brass.
And make brass coins?
Yeah, we can make brass coins.
It
How's
costs
somebody gonna-
more than the metal.
I've done this in the past. It's called forgery. It works off really well. Maybe we can try
How
that
does
later.
this remove the curse? Let's stay focused, guys.
We could pay other people to do it.
I don't think that's gonna work.
We won't get experience if other people solve it. So come on. All right, let's walk down to the beach.
You guys head down to the beach, and there is Mr. Jim hanging out, sitting on his porch, his sandals still broken. Can't believe it. Strumming his guitar. He's
Hey,
singing
buddy.
a
I'll
song.
distract him as quick as a mouse, and then then you guys go and search his house.
He is singing a song about a smart woman in a real short skirt. I'm just reading names of Jimmy Buffett songs, guys. If you're wondering where I'm getting these descriptors, like License to Chill and stuff, these are all Jimmy Buffett song names.
Come on, Randall. Detect magic. Let's go.
Smart woman in a real short skirt. Oh, Bimbo Limbo is where I've been. I'm looking for a smart woman in a real short skirt. Wow, these are like classic lyrics.
Well, bimbo historically originally just meant stupid males, not stupid women.
Oh.
It's just going to apply to women later on.
This song made perfect sense back in my days. Don't worry about it.
Yeah, come on,
Sensitive
detect magic.
kids.
Do your thing.
Oh yeah, if we're in position, yeah, I'll do the tech
we were at the beach and he's singing
Sure.
his songs.
I was trying to find out just how much a crowbar did cost. Back in the
Wait. No, but a wooden one?
But apparently there weren't any. You couldn't get a freaking crowbar. It's D&D.
This is true. That's why I had to create my own list of goods and services. The books are not complete enough for us.
Aren't there like immovable rods but no crowbars?
Yes. Crowbar technology is just too complicated, but an immovable rod makes total sense.
I'm just looking at the weight. Don't worry. Yeah.
5 pounds.
Oh, thanks.
Perfect. So, you are at the beach. There are the cultists surrounding Big Jim. He's playing his guitar. The people are swaying back and forth, entranced by the music. Some strange bird flies overhead.
I try to make it through the crowd between their legs.
Give me a stealth check.
I'm not trying to be stealthy. I'm just trying to get up.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's fine.
All right.
Meanwhile, I'm trying to sneak around the back to the side door to his house.
I join him.
Yeah, we're all going with him.
Yeah.
Wait, who is him here? Is
Okay,
everyone going around the side, or is everyone going up the
Everyone's
front?
with me except Golly. Golly's creating a distraction.
Yeah.
Okay, got it. All right, so
Golly gee.
party circles around while Golly goes forward.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay.
Let's go. I hope this works.
Do
And then
we resolve
Mr.
Golly first or us?
Mr. Jimmy?
Yeah. He's about finishing a song, and he, as everyone's applauding, he puts his hands up and goes, "Oh, I guess I'll take some questions from the audience. You there, short man. How's it going? I don't think we've met yet. I'm Jim. Nice to meet you. What is your question?"
I just wanted to ask, as sure as the church has a pew, would it be okay if I were to accompany you or jam with you?
You can sing along to my grooves. The next song coming up is called Off to See the Lizard. Do you know those words?
I have to admit, I'm not much of a singer, but I can make music from this here thing here, and I deploy my one musical instrument I'm proficient with, the drum, which is like double-sided, so I can play it from each side, although I don't actually beat it with my hands. I have like controls for little arms that beat the drum on each side, and I spent last night converting it to a steel drum.
Oh, is that the invention you were doing last night?
Yes.
Oh. He
Full-on
seems
Caribbean steel drum now.
he seems into it, and he begins to sing a song about a woman carrying geckos around her neck and bracelets on her feet. There's like a red iguana in there who turns lava into gold. Something about an expedition heading out into the bay and getting pirate treasure. Godzilla makes an appearance in here too. It's kind of a complicated song that doesn't make a lot of sense.
That feels very D&D.
Yeah, someone turns off a waterfall. You know. And then they're dancing while they're turning off the waterfall.
I love
then
that one.
They go to see a lizard and it's deja vu all over again. Elvis is in
What's
here.
happening anymore?
Elvis is here in Michigan or maybe on Mars at the same time. I don't know.
No,
I've never
no,
realized how insane these songs are.
Elvis is in the Questarian Steps in Koibu.
Maybe. Or maybe he's moved on now that his soul has been taken by elves, half elves.
Yeah.
All right.
Anywho.
I'm trying to keep him busy by jamming with them. And
Yeah.
Excellent.
All right. I use my lockpick to get inside.
Do we not detect first?
Yeah, you already did that.
Yeah,
You do that.
so I'll cast the detect magic, and again we were saying we could go on for, I think we said like 10 minutes or something, right?
Yes.
And I read this in a book once, obviously, since my dude doesn't know adventuring. But basically, I would kind of like swing, because the cone in front of me, I would kind of like swing it almost like a radar as going through to see if it would ping at any point, which would give me a more concise direction of where it would be.
Yeah. All right. So you can tell that indeed there are magical things in the house. There are more than one magical thing in that house.
In the same area? So like would my
Yeah.
radar go off without a beep, or like there's pauses in between?
Like up against that wall, there are 3 magic things. There's 1 magic thing over there. There's like 2 over here on the ground.
Oh, we're going in.
Yeah, I crowbar my way in.
Your lockpick, your
Yeah.
crowbar. All right, you're gonna have to try and find a way to crowbar in without. Well, I guess there's music with a kettle drum being played. That might cover the sound of a crowbar.
If ever there was a sound distraction going on, we got the steel drum and everything.
Yeah,
Give me a strength check then, Kenneth.
Well, Neal, out of
Ah.
curiosity, would this house potentially be just made of palm fronds?
Well, the door's unlocked, but you're crowbarring your way in anyway. So,
What, do I lock it? Or what?
no. It just you bust open the. How do you say? You don't get it easily with the first hook, so you have to like really fucking work at it, and you end up like obviously damaging the door frame. The house will look very much like it's been broken into, but the noise doesn't carry over, and you guys are in the house.
Right. Before you touch anything, Sir Walker, can you detect evil? I don't want to know if touching
All
is
right.
evil.
Detect. Well, wait, maybe, but we need to find the evil.
Oh, you're right. You're right.
All right.
I got gloves on. It should be fine.
Yeah. So I will go around, basically using my little radar thing while looking at the walls, kind of pinpoint it a bit more. Obviously, if I see the alcohol, which is probably considered magical, I would skip that because and basically look for things that aren't just bottles of alcohol but are magical. And even if it's not a shawl sticker, I think we should maybe pocket this stuff because
So on the wall are 3 glass jars filled with like a greenish fluid that are magical, that are radiating magic.
pickle juice.
On another container, or on a shelf, there is like a semi-rectangular, semi-cylindrical metal container that is like attached to some sort of like heavy base that radiates magic. The base is also metal, but it's like a different metal. It looks like it's 2 pieces. And then on the ground, you can see there is a... Hold on. Let me roll some dice here.
Oh.
Is it the trap we saw earlier with the zombies? Because we know what that is.
Yeah,
No,
we know
that's
about
a
the
normal
trapdoor.
trapdoor. It's a regular, everyday trapdoor. Nothing magical about that.
He's got 2 basements.
On the ground is a stack of papers that are bound together, radiating magic, and a what do you call it? A small piece of wood about like yay big, kind of carved into a heart shape, quite thin.
Okay. So I point out to these as I go without actually touching them, and I point it out to the group. Okay, this is magical, that's magical, blah, blah, blah. So they're all aware of the options.
And what are evil?
Yeah, I also detecting evil at this point.
There is no evil to be found anywhere.
Now, I would like to attempt to determine the sphere of magic from those at a very low chance, but I would have a 10% per level, meaning 10%.
Sure.
It can work. I'm assuming, yeah.
No, none of them.
Okay.
Yep, no idea.
All right. Can I look at the base below the object? You said
base below the object?
There was metal contained with the base was magical though.
Yeah, the whole thing is metal. It's like 2 pieces that are metal, not medical.
Okay. So could this be the Schultz-Psycho?
Well, there's a lid on the container. Maybe there's salt inside. You'd have to touch it to open it.
Okay, I'll hold my breath and open it.
No, inside it is hollow, except for what looks to be like a small piece of metal at the bottom with 4 blades extending from it.
Ooh. I think we should keep that.
Yeah, let's take that.
So I also can determine the intensity of the magic without a roll. What would be the most intense magic that I detected?
It would be the paper is the most intense magic.
Ooh, who wants to have some fun?
Well, it's not evil, so...
No, if there's a heart on it, my instinct would be that it's more like love letters from Medusa or something from Medusa, maybe something along the lines.
I have a feeling it's lyrics.
Of course it is.
So far, you found a blender and an enchanted guitar pick.
Wait a second.
Yeah. Yeah, yeah.
What if he's a bard and he can, this is his spell book. I guess bards have like songs.
Yeah, bards have spell books. Yeah.
Like this. I guess it's just their lyrics, right? That's what.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that would be an extremely logical situation that might even show that he's innocent. But just to be safe, I think we should steal all of this magical stuff.
I want to flip through the papers and see what's in them.
Are you literate?
Yeah,
I am, though.
I'm literate.
Okay,
good.
perfect. It looks like sheet music with lyrics written on it. However, as you flip through it, you get to the last page, you notice it's writing down things still, like text is appearing, and the text is equivalent to whatever is being said in the room. So as you're like flipping through this, and Kenneth is over there saying, "Well, look at that thing," or whatever, the text appears of what's being said. There's a perfect log of everything said in this room.
How many is it like infinity? Like is it like a?
No, it's a finite little.
Okay, fine.
Yeah.
So how far does it go back?
Maybe the first 30 pages have sheet music and lyrics, and then this is like one page of you guys talking.
Okay, so I couldn't go back and see the talks with his like lovely, not totally evil girlfriend.
No. The text just starts with you guys. Yep.
Okay. I start saying a bunch of dad jokes that they're written down while people keep looking.
It's gonna be a way to
appear
turn
on
off the
page.
magic. Anyone got dispel magic?
Do we want to spell it?
Well, okay. Are we taking the book?
I'm of the mind that all of this can be very good evidence if it's magical and that we should keep it.
Because I mean, if we're taking the book, it doesn't matter. But if we're leaving the book here, it has recorded evidence.
I heard that fire is pretty good at dispelling magic on magic paper.
You're right. It is.
But why would we
place is
destroy it
made of
instead of just
wood.
keep it?
This place is made of wood, guys. Let's be careful.
From
Well, no, he's a
outside.
firefighter. He's a firefighter.
Would
You can-
destroying the salt shaker break the curse, do you guys think?
Well,
Because the
there's no
building's
salt
made
shaker
of
here.
wood.
There's no salt shaker here.
We don't know that.
From outside, you hear Mr. Jim saying, "All right, this next song I wrote for my son, and it's about the best time in my life. The song is called Pre-You." And he begins to play a song about
Maybe he's got it on
life
him.
before his child.
All right. You've got 10 minutes of that thing, right? Can you walk up to him and see if he's got a magic object on him?
Him? I could
Jimmy,
basically look out the door towards him.
Oh, look out the
Yeah.
window.
There's
But
no
just be
magic
careful.
coming from out the window or through the door. You can see through the walls of the house. Detect
Oh,
magic will
right,
work
right.
through the walls because it's less than a yard of wood.
Oh, okay,
Yeah.
sorry.
Yeah.
Have you seen any
so-
regular
okay,
salt
so-
shakers around?
Yeah, so what haven't
Yeah,
we
totally.
looked at that was magical right now? And obviously, if we'd seen a lead box, we probably should pay attention to it.
You have seen no lead boxes,
Okay.
but
so
you do see salt shakers.
And
Sounds
are
like
any of
a-
them
they're-
magical?
No, none of them are magical.
Well, I'm going to take the salt shakers anyway.
Okay. You now have 3 salt shakers.
I'll bring it back to the witch who's not a Medusa and ask her if they're the right one because they're the only salt shakers in his house. Because that's what she asked for.
What about
The
the
lost
things on the
shaker
wall?
itself. It's not
Yes.
going to be out visible.
There's-
You'll use the detect magic to find the lost shaker itself.
Yeah. Well,
what
there's
did-
3 weird containers on the wall with
Okay.
spring fluid.
Yes.
so-
3 glass containers with a green textured fluid in it.
It could be that stuff. That could be the curse. And he just puts it in the salt or something.
All right.
Did we
You
see
take
any,
that too.
Do we have any wizards here who could determine what this?
Everyone
is?
here's a cleric.
Okay.
Did we see
Well,
any
one
margaritas
photo.
being drank when we were in town at all?
No, you guys kind of woke up and headed out here right away, so you didn't get a chance to
Yeah.
see too much.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Maybe is there like a button on the what is it? It's like a mixer thing.
There are a whole series of little buttons at the bottom of the tall magical metal container with the blades inside of it.
Okay. Should we press them?
But just to be clear, was there anything else that was like, what haven't we looked at that was magical? There
I mean,
was
it's a
magic
person's
kit.
house, right? It's a whole house of shit. There's beds and blankets and dressers and clothes and a cupboard with cooking supplies. There's a small kitchen area. You know, it's a
A
full-fledged
trapdoor
house.
full of zombies.
The normal things we all have.
I meant the out of the magical things. Have we looked at all the
Oh,
magical
magic
things
kit.
now, or was
You
it
haven't
magic kit
looked
quick.
at the 3 jars on the wall.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Sir Walker
Did
was
anybody
taking
want to
3
taste them?
jars, I thought.
Yeah.
Sir Walker, are you taking them?
Yep.
They're cold to the touch. Very cold. Icy cold.
You got gloves on, Sir Walker?
No, I mean I have my armor, kind of
Ah.
armor and gloves. But
Should be safe then.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, if the salt shaker's not here, we could always go back to the sea witch and either try to detect it or verify if it's there.
Yeah. Yeah.
If-
yeah.
And this is all
She
assuming
said
it
to get the
exists.
salt shaker from the house. This is the only salt shakers, so let's get back.
Outside, you can hear, or maybe
Let's
not
leave.
all of you, but at least the gnome will hear Mr. Buffett saying, "All right, guys, that's it for the sunrise set. I'll see you
Let's
back
go,
here
go,
for
go,
the
go, 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 go,
afternoon
go, go,
margaritas."
Run. So
Okay.
we've got the green container and some random salt shakers.
And we took the papers and everything. We basically took everything that's magical. We
You
robbed
stole the
house.
shit in his
we
house, yeah.
robbed it. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Did you take the mixer?
how heavy is the mixer? I just like try
5
to pick it up a
pounds.
little. Oh, okay, got it.
To
Yeah,
be
easy
fair,
peasy.
To be fair, we confiscated it. We didn't steal it because why would we let him make more of these when he's poisoning people? Okay, guys,
Alright,
we're doing
okay.
good. We're
That's
doing
still
the right thing.
theft. It's only confiscation if the law tells you that you can take it.
It does.
Okay.
Oh,
then
I'm a deputy in another city. I'm a deputy.
you have no
in-
jurisdiction here. It's still theft.
Back in my day, it wouldn't have been.
Okay, quick. We've got to go back to the cave. Okay,
Okay.
let's go wait at the rendezvous spot. And when Golly gets here, we head back to the cave with the objects and say, this is what we found.
Yep. I would say we start walking out right now. So I
Oh, yeah.
would say that we're arguing about what to do right now. I'm just
All
like,
right, okay, let's
No,
just
we
leave
already
it.
left.
Let's-
Yeah, we'd already left with Taki.
We've
Yeah.
left their building. We're just
Okay.
been...
Well,
Yeah. Okay.
you leave the building, but he comes in a moment later and instantly notices that things are missing. And as you're walking
Run.
away, you can hear this like shouting from inside, and the door bursts open, and the strumming of the guitar begins as you guys bolt into the distance. I need the 4 of you that were in the house to all make me a saving throw versus spell.
I'm an elf. Does that change since I'm resistant to charm and everything?
It might. I need to look up the definition of the spell that we're casting.
Okay.
Roll a saving
Off.
throw, and then if your elf stuff does come into play, we'll do that on top of it.
Yeah. So that's on the character sheet. I believe I could click that or
Yeah.
Yep.
The pink button on combat tab.
versus
It's a
spell,
spell.
correct?
Yeah, just the spell one.
Okay.
All right, so Walker and I.
So-
Hopefully, elf helps. Hopefully, this
Yes,
does.
you have a 90% resistance to charm, so give me a D100. You want to roll a 90 or lower? Success. Excellent. So only Randall is affected by the intoxicating guitar chords, and you find yourself enthralled by this music. It's more than anything you've ever heard from. It's the most amazing song you've ever heard. It's about
What now?
It's about a cowboy in a jungle. And you're not really sure what a cowboy is or a jungle because you've never been to either of those sorts of places. But it's those I'm sorry. It's
It
those
makes the song that much more alluring.
yeah, because you're like, what is this cowboy? What is this jungle? Why is he wearing shrimp skin boots? What does that mean? And you have to know more about it. And the bronco riding a 10-foot tide. What is going on? The rest of the party can run, not being enthralled. And it's when you get to the edge of the beach and start going back up into town that you look over your shoulder and you see Randall kind of bopping along on the beach to the music.
What
do you do?
Dear.
I'm okay with it.
And also, Gnome, where are you? Gear Kettle Goosefoot, I'm sorry. Where are you?
No, golly hammer wrench today.
Oh shit, that's right. Golly something,
Hammer wrench.
some hammer wrench.
Hammer wrench.
Golly, where are you?
if everybody's departing,
Yeah.
then I'm gonna start looking around, hopefully to see if they got away. Can I notice them?
Yeah, you can see most of the party has escaped except for Randall.
All right. Can I intercept Randall before he joins the people on the beach?
No, he was like fleeing from the building when he got enthralled by magic and is now like turned back. And so he's like already in and amongst the people who were leaving, but then he started to play again, so they stopped, and they're all dancing while Jim walks menacingly towards Randall. A smile on his face, a song on his fingers, but the eyes are angry.
All right. Can I mean, he's surrounded by a crowd of, his worshippers. Can I sort of dance up behind him without attracting attention?
I mean, you were the gnome that was just playing steel kettle drums. I think you're sort of a figure that people are aware of, and you're the subject of attention from your earlier.
All right, can I sort of dance up, like not playing the drum, but just sort of holding the drumsticks, like dancing, and get behind Jimmy?
Do you want to dance up behind Jimmy?
Yes, but I'm like, smiling, and I've got my drumsticks, sort of dancing with them.
Give me a charisma check to try and blend in.
No.
Yes, a charisma check to dance without drawing attention to yourself, to be that sort of like so mediocre that no one even notices. You're not good, you're not bad, you're just like one of the crowd.
I'm trying
while completely covered in the gear.
Attention. I'm coming up behind Jimmy.
Right.
I'm trying not to get his attention while he walks menacingly towards.
Right. And so you're gonna need to pass a successful charisma check to not attract him.
I'm picturing this, and it's just so good with like the badger in his backpack and everything trying to be inconspicuous.
The horns on the side of his head, the little card thing on his arm that can shoot out cards everywhere. Totally inconspicuous, trying to dance up behind him. Let's see what we got, Rob Snow. You can do it. Shit. Against all odds, you manage to make your dancing just kind of part of the rest of the crew, and no one really notices as Jimmy walks closer to Randall, almost to him now, staring at him.
And I'll go. So I'm right up behind him. I'm assuming this is like a surprise attack. And hopefully I've got some sort of advantage or something. I go, I'm so sorry. Fantastic restraint system and also aquatic dinner collector, activate! And I net him from behind.
All right, give me an attack roll at +2 for back attack and +2 for surprise, like total surprise.
And while this is happening, I turn to Kenny. I'm like, there's no way I'm going back there.
I mean, we'll see.
I think we
should help. I mean,
the net wraps around Mr. Buffett and it tangles up his fingers. The music stops and Randall snaps out of his trance.
All right. So what do we do? Deal with him or go to the Medusa? We can do one or the other.
Well,
all right. I'll shout out. What's that? Free drinks on the house at the, what was the name of the inn?
Soul Fury.
At the Soul Fury? But for 5 minutes only?
Free drinks! Quick, let's run over there.
And then I'll grab Randall's hand.
Maybe if these people weren't cultists of this guy, they might buy that story. But their leader, their messiah, has been netted by you. And they're not going to be distracted by free drinks when their messiah, the provider of the margaritas and the music, has stopped playing and is entangled in a net. So, for understanding, let's just take a quick look at the map here. We have the gnome and Randall within the crowd, while Boomer, Walker, and Kenneth have managed to flee somewhat and are distant.
I started running to the inn because he had free drinks, and I realized no one else was going. It's like, oh wait, right, this is a trick, and I chilled.
Good. So what are you guys gonna do?
Like,
How big's the crowd? How big's the crowd?
Don't be slow.
80 people?
There's no way we can fight this.
What are you guys gonna do?
Trying to lead me away? Like, are we able to run out of here?
I'm trying to get you to run with me.
I
So-
have a run.
Hey,
At this,
if
okay,
you
so
two
you're
run.
the two of you are running. The rest of the party, decisions
Okay.
on actions now.
Okay.
I would be
run.
running too. I'd be like,
Sir Walker is running. Kenneth,
Run.
I'm running. I'm out of
everyone
there.
is running. Excellent. Okay.
Run.
The party
And I-
bolts.
Going to the cave.
And I shout, area denial, retreat, enhancer, activate. And I
Is that
pull the
caltrops?
cord, and caltrops go spilling out behind me as I run.
I have a running proficiency. Does this help in any way in this?
It'll help for like distance running, endurance
Okay.
running. It's like a
All right,
marathon.
we've got to get to the cave.
check, not a
We've got to get to
sprinter.
the cave.
Row
All
the badger.
So
How do you just
you
murder those people?
guys begin to run out of the crowd, and it becomes very apparent that Randall is way faster than Golly Hammer Wrench. Much
I'm gonna
much
pull up honey
faster.
and hold the
you-
honey on my head.
Did you not have rollerblades in your suit?
It's sand, even if I did.
So Randall breaks from the crowd with everyone else while the gnome gets overbeared by the attending crowd members.
I've got honey up on my head.
They are more than willing to risk the honey badger to drag the gnome down. And with a 14 plus the other people for the overbear attempt against AC 10, that'll hit. Give me an opposed strength check against one of these people, plus one for every
Can
additional
I get
person. the
dex
overbear.
added to my?
And are they unarmed?
Get armor.
Are they unarmed? So opportunity attacks for attacking an armed target.
Only if he has a weapon in hand, but I don't think he has a
Got
weapon in
honey
hand.
badger. That's
What a
pretty much
honey
a
badger.
weapon.
Honey badger's not a weapon; it's an independent entity.
Okay, how far would I
did
be
they
ahead
hit
of everybody
AC
right now?
14? Because maybe armor doesn't count, but dex does, right?
It does, but they rolled a natural 14 on the die, and the overbear attempt gets +1 for each additional person beyond the first, and there's 8 of them that can reach you right now. So that was a 22 to hit, and they get a d20 plus strength plus 7 to the overbear attempt, which is going to be a 7 plus 7 is a 14 plus the main person strength roll. So 14. Ooh, that's actually not a great roll. 14 plus 12 is a 26 to drag you down. Oh, and you get a 25. They drag the gnome down to the ground in the sand. The rest of the party has fled towards the town. You can look back and just see like the gnome is lost in the mob of people.
As
80.
I come down, I'm like shooting cards and dice at people.
Look, we can save him. If we
can't
lift
leave
the
him.
curse, we can save him because everyone will turn back to normal, including him.
Well,
We've got to get to the witch and solve this.
Boomer chooses to believe him, but doesn't really believe him.
Excellent.
can't we bargain with Jimbo over there? We got all his stuff. We'll tell him we'll burn it right now.
Hill's
Let's
got an
go.
army. He's got an army.
I don't think you want to lose his spells and stuff. No.
Well, you can
Let's
go. I'm going to go to the cave. You
I'm
can.
starting to think that these weren't spells. I'm starting to think they're just song lyrics.
Tell him-
What about all the other
magic.
magical stuff we got? We can say we'll give it back to him if he lets the gnome go. This guy saved my life. We can't leave him.
Well, I'm still going. So you guys can
Boomer's
save
going with Kenny.
Yeah, I'm going.
I'm just going to the cave to try to lift the curse.
All right. Kenneth goes to the cave. Are the rest of you following?
Yep.
Do we make it there without the
Oh.
gnome GPS?
Oh god. Well, you still have Randall who knows the way.
Well, yeah,
Um,
we just have to find the spruce tree where
Yes.
the cave is.
Stands for gnome positioning system. Saying gnome GPS just means gnome positioning system.
You're not wrong.
Yeah.
But I'm a boomer,
It's
so.
the ATM machine.
All right. You guys can run across the hills and find your way to the house once more.
House?
There you are. The cave. House, cave,
Oh.
same.
Okay.
Domicile, place of dwellance. Here you are at the mouth to the cave, near the creek.
Ma'am, we grabbed all the salt shakers from the building. What should we do with them?
You see the flickering shadows on the wall as the shadow begins to shrink.
You're right, Sir Walker.
And then, stepping out from around the corner is a woman with soft, gentle features, like this tangled mess of hair that she's like trying to run a comb through and fix. It's just like sending the hair all over the place. It's a little bit on the short side. And she starts walking down the cave towards you all.
Yeah. These are the
Her
magic items we
feet
got.
they're bare. She's barefoot.
Okay.
Yep. She walks out the cave towards you guys, still pulling the comb through her hair, shakes her head and goes, "Oh, good, you're back. Did you find it?"
These are the items we found. We weren't sure what. This is all the magical items on him and in the building. So there has to be somewhere else. Do you have anywhere else we could go to look for it?
She blinks at you guys a few times. What do you mean?
We searched the house, detected magic.
Well, then you didn't find it.
Well, these are the normal salt shakers I got.
She throws her hands up in the air in disbelief.
Well, where else can we look? We can search the whole building.
Ma'am, do you
I
mind if we
don't
check
know.
your cave?
Check my cave for my
Yeah.
own salt shaker. You think I would misplace it in my cave? Look, if it
Just
was in my
in case.
cave, they wouldn't be getting cursed, okay?
Well, it's just a double check, all right? We'll just double check, do a detect magic. It won't be here, then we'll be certain, right?
Also, one more question. Would you know what these are? And I'd point to the green jugs that we had stolen that were magical.
Margaritas.
Nice.
Yeah, they're magical.
You want some?
Maybe the bar.
I would not like any. No, thank you very much. I have had enough margaritas in my life for one time, okay?
All right.
Okay, Candy is done with margaritas.
Your name's Candy.
My name is Candy, yes.
With an I or Y?
I don't spell.
Oh, that helps the wiki.
You
But
have
it's
knowledge
here,
of
okay.
you have knowledge of the curse. Do you know what happens at night with these people?
At nighttime
at
is when the spell, the curse takes its greatest effect. Anyone who has even sampled any of the cursed salt falls under its power. Those that have had too much of it are cursed to be in that form all day and all night. Those that have only sampled it are only affected come sundown.
And you're sure it's not you that is the source of this curse?
You sound exactly like Jimmy. You know what? I don't want to talk to you guys anymore. Get out of my cave.
Is there any
Get out
like,
of my
insight
woods.
check in this one?
No,
You can make
it's
a
only
wisdom
five.
check if you want to.
Ooh,
I don't know what
hell
you're
yeah.
trying to wisdom though. What are you looking for?
Just saying that.
If she's, if it's like she's the source of the curse or not, or if Jimmy is
Sure,
a curse.
if she's
and
lying
we-
to you,
Yeah.
yeah, go for it. Give me
Yeah.
a wisdom check.
Cool. So-
Charisma check. I'm sorry, charisma check.
Oh, charisma check.
Yes.
Oh, that's
That
different.
is a yes. Charisma is our social skill here. You have
That is
to.
very different.
Oh, you are positive she
It's
is
very the same.
She's honestly upset at you for all of this stuff. She doesn't seem to be the source of the curse. She seems really frustrated by all of this stuff being brought to her door and just like, can't believe this crap.
All right, turn to the party. Are we sure there's a curse?
There's definitely
he
a curse.
drank my blood. He
Maybe he
pulled
was.
my throat and drank my blood. There's a
Maybe he was
curse.
drunk.
Actually, I think that's just what alcohol does to people. I think maybe this is
I've drank my fair share of
exact
alcohol.
example of the moral failure of hard alcohol.
Maybe this is the problem. Maybe there was never a problem to begin with.
This is
Oh,
my
so the
kid,
curse
yeah.
is alcohol.
Yes, it
But
is.
what about the zombies in the basement
That-
who are dehydrated?
have-
He's a necromancer.
that's
Oh, okay. He's a
no,
necromancer.
that's what alcohol does to you. I think.
All right, all right.
Don't
Turn
drink.
on
it.
didn't work on them though. So they're not undead.
Maybe it's just a bunch of drunk people in his basement. Maybe it's a party.
All right, okay. Well, we've got to save Golly. All right. Obviously, the answer's not here because we're not going to find a magical source.
Actually, I'm gonna take one of the margaritas and I'm destroying it because
You destroy it?
Yeah.
Yep.
All right.
I can get rid of this right now.
You smash the glass jar on the ground. It shatters. The chilled margarita flows all over the place, revealing 3 small whiskey stones left on the
Ooh.
on the
I've
ground.
heard of these.
Are they Portland brand?
I don't think.
The back-
Go ahead.
they're probably chilled. Actually, this is probably why the thing is so cold.
Yeah. They're magical frozen cubes.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. Well, that's why I was wondering if they're Portland branded ones.
So I pocket those magical frozen cubes because, yeah,
Sure. Yeah, your pockets are now cold.
perfect.
Very cold, actually. You've got ice in your pockets. It's uncomfortable after a little while, but it's fine.
It's fine.
It's fine. It's just, very uncomfortable.
Keep me alert.
All right. Okay. Maybe we should take these magical items back since there is no curse.
There is a curse.
Then
Randall kind of puts his
what do we
hand.
do? What?
curse of
All right,
alcohol.
where else do we search for salt? I mean, it's not going to be the bar because it's
The gnome didn't
followers.
sacrifice himself for this.
drinks.
He
Randall,
makes
what-
the drink in his house.
Randall, what do you suggest we do?
We need to go back and find a way to save that gnome.
Yeah,
But
we
about the curse. What do you think we should do about the curse, Randall?
we can't find the salt shaker because he makes the drinks himself in his own house.
I say we put out a public relations campaign telling people about the dangers of alcohol.
Okay, I can
I
agree with
think
that. I can agree on that. Yeah, sure. Yeah.
no, it doesn't sit well with me. We need to
So
go
let's go to the temple
gnome.
in town and tell them the issue of alcohol and see how that goes.
Okay, but I'm still bringing this stuff back to the church. I'm going to tell them
Oh,
about
yeah.
this.
Of course. Then we'll save Golly.
All right. So, you guys head back to town?
Yep.
Okay. You make your way back to town. In the meantime, Golly, let's see what's happening with you. You've been captured and dragged into Jimmy's house. And just as you think the torture and murder is about to begin, Jimmy sits you down and is like, "Hey, man, I really don't appreciate you guys taking my shit. What's going on?"
Well, the witch. I mean, I don't know if she's a
Is she your
witch
ex?
or a Medusa or whatever, because we saw the Flahatos, and they were the hair was going everywhere, but maybe they were snakes, but maybe not. But it's not. And we thought that she said that you stole the shaker,
What?
and we just thought that we didn't believe her.
What?
She had to go search for your lost salt shaker in your house. So they went creeping in as quietly as a mouse, and they were trying to find the shaker. I don't know what else, because I was with you taking my moneymaker, and that's all I know.
Look, little gnome. I didn't steal no salt shaker for no one. They stole my salt shakers. I had to replace them with regular ones, and they cursed us. It ain't me, it's them.
Who's they? We only saw one. It seems to me like you're having some fun.
The witch. Witches. Salt witches.
Which is
There's
plural.
well, yeah, it's a pair of
Now, this
sisters,
is
right?
funny.
It's Candy and Mexi, and they're both really cute. And I was dating one, and it wasn't. I kind of started dating the other because she was kind of cuter, and in the end, they just cursed us.
Roommate switch that poor little girl who's also a witch.
Well, they're not roommates. They're just sisters.
You were trying to get some hot twin action, and that's why you've had less success with that faction.
Not at the same time. I'm not a pervert. Separate but equal. It's just keep a separate relationships. They don't really seem to like it too much. Candy got kind of mad at me. But really, it's their fault for not explicitly saying up front that they could have said they wanted an exclusive relationship, but no, they didn't. And
It's your own damn fault.
No, it's not my fault. I was doing everything proper, and they liked the music, they liked the drinks, and then the salt witches cursed us all.
Look into your heart, empty like a vault, and admit to yourself it's your own damn fault.
What do you? Not my fault. Look, I've got a license to chill, okay? I just hang out on the beach and I do what comes naturally to me, which is music and women and drinks and burgers and surfing. Well, talking about other people surfing, actually.
Dating both sisters is a definite no-no.
Well, they should have said that up front. What am I gonna do about it, huh? It's too late. I've already lost him.
You should go in front of their eyes and then get down on your knees and apologize.
I didn't do anything wrong.
It's your own damn fault.
Give me a charisma check to
No.
convince him. I'm surprised that the gnome is the one doing this. It wasn't supposed to be the gnome with the low charisma trying to convince him that he was doing the wrong thing. We've gone awry. I'm so sorry.
Just roll a natural 20. That's what I do.
So if you fail, the rest of the party can come and back you up shortly. I think they're on their way back here.
Yeah, we're on our way back with magical items.
I think we stopped at brunch, but yeah, we're on the way.
Ugh. He's just shaking his head at the gnome, being like, look, buddy, you don't know anything about this, okay? All you got are your kettle drums and your nets, and you don't catch fish with nets. You catch them with music, okay? And that's... So what would you know about fish, huh? When was the last time you swam in the ocean, if you know what I mean?
Catching fish with music?
Yeah.
That's... Nothing could be less clear. You catch fish with your fish devastator and also high shelf defeater. And I deploy my fish devastator and high shelf defeater.
What is a fish
deploy it?
devastator and high shelf defeater?
It's a retractable fishing pole, but it also has like a little clamp on the end so I can grab things off high shelves.
All right, it goes. Meanwhile, the
That's
rest of
how
the
you
party.
capture a fish and make it into a tasty dish. And I have fishing proficiency.
Damn.
Meanwhile, the rest of the party travels back to Kroblin. They arrive late in the afternoon. Where are you guys going?
Okay, we've got to save.
I'm going to the inn, and if I find anybody drinking alcohol, I'm going to lecture them on the dangers.
All right. Yes, Sir Walker. I'll head to the beach and try to save Sir Golly. You try to start the crusade against alcohol.
And Randall and Boomer, where are you guys going?
Going for the gnome.
Yeah, Boomer is gonna go with the majority of people, so I'll go have some charisma fun.
All right. So let's start off with Sir Walker in the tavern.
Mhm.
You walk in, and there are sinners everywhere. There are people gambling. There are people drinking alcohol. There are people expressing public displays of affection. I don't know which one of these is a crime to you, but all of them are happening.
Probably mostly just the alcohol thing at this
Oh,
point.
okay. Just
I have not seen specifically bad reactions to the other things, but I've seen people be attacked because of alcohol.
Excellent.
This is personal now. And my cleric friend got attacked because of this.
Well, there are alcohol drinking people everywhere. What do you do?
Specifically, I'm gonna go to the innkeeper actually and start. I'm gonna give him like a long tale about a story about the mistake somebody made while drinking alcohol and how she just feel bad for supporting this.
Well, do you want to give me a story? Or do you want to give me a charisma check?
I'm just gonna give a charisma check, I think, right now.
Okay,
Um,
go for it. Wait, what? So you start lecturing this guy on the evils of alcohol, and he's nodding, and he keeps like, I understand it, but okay, yes. Great, that's just a customer. Okay, yes. And as the lecture finishes up, and he's like solemnly nodding and clearly exhausted by it, he's like, okay, I understand, Father. I'll never do it again. And you look around, and the tavern is empty. Your lecture has been running on, and the drinks have stopped flowing, and people started listening to your lecture, and it was a real buzzkill. And the bar has since emptied, and no one is drinking alcohol anymore.
How long a lecture was this, by the way? Is it nighttime?
I think it was like a 15-minute lecture, so the sun is dipping down. It's late afternoon. In the meantime, the rest of the party has gotten to the beach. I think you see the gnome and Jim hanging out on a swing on the front porch. They both have fishing poles that are extended out into the ocean, and they are chatting about fish and the sea, and how the fish in the sea are a metaphor for life and progress, and the endless, boundless possibilities of songwriting about people that like to visit the beach and have sort of, weird things, like a kick it in second wind. No one knows what that means, but it sounds like a really profound principle where you can like kick it in getting back into doing the things that you were doing. It's really meaningful.
Beautiful. I walk up, very excited that they're fishing.
Jimmy, very sorry about taking your magical objects. We have to make sure they're cursed.
Hey, man.
I'm very sorry, sir.
Do you know that's wrong? That's theft.
Yeah,
it's against the law.
I'm very sorry.
What do you think your goddess would have to say about that?
She'd be very upset with me since I was wrong, but I thought the greater good would have saved more people by lifting the curse.
See, man, people are always trying to break laws for the sake of the greater good. And you know what we call that? Tyranny. Tyranny.
Hold
You're
on
a
there,
tyrannical
Jimbo.
cleric.
I'm very
You're
sorry.
still making margaritas when you knew they were cursed. What does that say about you?
You're so good.
Come
on! Come on, Jimbo.
Hey, yeah, that's a point. I might start from you, but you're turning people to zombies. I got
They're
bitten.
not all zombies. I'm not a zombie. I drink this stuff all the time. I
Right.
did
What
until
time did you
someone
get a zombie?
stole them. By the way, do you have my margarita?
Here's two of them back.
Where's the third?
Why would you give him...
Where's the third?
It got destroyed. We're testing it to see if it was cursed, and it was cursed. It's cursed margaritas.
They're not cursed.
Then why
All
were
right.
people attacking me?
Because the salt witch, she's done it. The evil salt witch. Sometimes I call
Is
her a salt
Candy
bitch.
really a witch? Is Candy really a witch?
No, Mexie's the witch.
Where's Mexi live? We only met
Oh,
Candy.
I gave you the wrong direction. Shit, Candy lives in the cave. Oh.
Oh my
Mexie lives in
goodness.
town. Yeah, she lives in town. She's also not so happy.
All right, you youngin, challenging
You're
everybody,
coming
putting
with
all
us.
your
You're
problems
coming
on
with us.
everybody else. Why don't you take some damn responsibility for your own stuff right
Yeah,
now?
you're coming with us to Mexi right now.
Well, I can't be responsible
No.
for things that aren't my fault.
Come
Why
on,
do you
it's
even
your
blame
fault.
a salt shaker? Where does this salt shaker come from?
Well, it comes from the guy in town who made it for me. So you put the salt in it, and it's got a lid with holes so you can shake it, and only a small amount of salt comes out instead of a lot of salt. And that way you can well, actually, you don't need the salt shaker for margaritas unless you want to shake the salt onto a platform in which you turn the glass upside down and set it in there. Alternatively, you can just put the whole cup in the ocean and swirl around, just get seawater it and mostly dump it out, and then the whole thing has a salty flavor to it, which is really just as good for making margaritas.
So why?
Okay, you're coming with us right now.
So where did the curse come from? You're saying you got the salt
The
shaker.
salt witch.
Yeah,
Sure,
you're
but
going to see the
how
salt
do you
witch
know
right now,
that
mate.
How do you know that she cursed a salt shaker in the first place?
So I was here with Mexi, and we were you know how when you fish there's a lot of back and forth rocking. So we were fishing in the house when Candy came over, and she wasn't supposed to be in town. She was supposed to be off healing someone in the woods, but apparently they died, so she got back sooner than expected. And Candy walked in and saw me and Mexi and started freaking out. And then Mexi and Candy both got upset at me because they thought it was a complicated. They didn't clearly define their boundaries. And
Fair.
Did you apologize?
they look a lot. No, of course not. It was their fault. And what they look a lot alike. And I had a few margaritas, and one of them said something along the lines of "Every shake of salt will cause a drought in the person who consumes it," or something like that. And it's all kind of fuzzy from there.
So maybe the quickest way to lift the curse is for you to apologize to Mexi.
Have I really done
It'll
anything
lift the
wrong?
curse.
Have I really done anything wrong?
Yes, because you didn't define your relationship yourself either. You both did assumptions when really there's two parts of the relationship, in your case 3, that all should define what relationship you're in. These assumptions are what causes the problem in the first place. It's like fishing, and I go into a tangent about fishing to make it all make sense for him to really buy into
Well,
it.
first off, give me a charisma check for your fishing story.
Can I not do a fishing check?
You can do a fishing check, yeah, that's fine.
Okay. How do I do that?
On your character sheet, it's all in your.
Okay. Could I click like the fishing skill?
That should be the right
click on
button
the
if it's
fishing
all
skill
filled
on the
out
dice.
correctly.
So if I took proficiency, it would be base 3, adjusted -1 because fishing, and then right?
Yep. So click the button. 38 on your fishing check.
I know fishing.
It's a really good story about fish. It's fantastic. Yeah. Fantastic. And give me a charisma check with I don't know. You scored a 38. That's pretty good. So give me a charisma check at like +4 for the quality of your fishing story.
Okay. I'll just
That
do
helps
charisma and then
Bring it all
I'll add
together.
4.
Yeah, we'll manually add 4. We can do math on stream.
Okay.
Holy shit.
Boomers are really convincing even when they're bullshitting, all right?
All right, look. I'll apologize to her, but if it doesn't lift the curse, then you have to apologize to me.
Yes.
No.
But
Good.
I apologize to you.
You
Good.
should also apologize to the village for giving them cursed margaritas still, even though you knew they were cursed.
I mean, were they really cursed?
I think so.
I mean, I'm not a zombie. Look at me. I'm not a
Wait.
zombie.
You're
What
the
was
one
this?
telling us they're cursed.
All right, they're cursed. Okay, they're cursed. They're cursed. All right. Okay. And you know what?
Don't go into relationships with just making assumptions. Got to spell it out, because when you assume, you make an ass of you and me.
And the other girl.
Yes, and in your case, you and me.
Let's go visit Mexi.
All right. He
If you
will.
really thought it was okay, you wouldn't have waited until one of them was out of town.
He hangs his head and says nothing, clearly shamed. You guys can bring him to Mexi's house. He'll show you the way. And he holds back a few feet from the door, kind of nervous.
Go on, buddy. Go on. We've got your back. You go ahead and knock on the door.
I just yell, Mexi! At the top of my lungs.
He knocks as well, and the door opens, and a really cute girl steps out.
How cute?
I guess I can roll some hotness here.
You just declare it.
A
Also-
13. A 13.
Also, how do you roll hotness? I haven't rolled it yet. And I feel like this is important.
It's 3d6 or
3d6.
4061, or you can declare it. You can decide your character's attractiveness, or you can roll for it.
Oh, I'm rolling. Oh!
You are not attractive. In fact, you are anti-attractive. While
Man.
Randall is average, just average.
Oof, poor boomer.
Well, yeah.
Dad bought us that in.
Hey, the dad bot. Anyways.
The door opens. Mexi stands there staring at him, tapping her foot on the floor, and crosses her arms and says, "Well, well, well. If we don't have the buffeting winds here, who are you gonna screw over today?" And he starts mumbling through some sort of apology that involves some tears and some sobbing and some sort of I didn't look deep enough into myself to realize that I was a flawed person, and some sort of like these guys have made me see the error of my ways. I really shouldn't have waited until your sister was out of town to sleep with you, which doesn't go over very well.
And we're all standing there and watching, like right next to him, right? We're all just like listening and watching right there. Okay.
Occasionally she looks over at you guys for reactions when he says something especially terrible.
Yeah,
But
just shake her head.
I fully react on her side all the time.
I nod along with her as if like
Yeah,
I'm on
we
her
pretend
side,
to be
yeah.
on her side.
Yeah. And at the very end of it, he's like, and I guess at the conclusion of my story is that I probably should stop referring to you as salt witches and salt bitches. And I think this whole damn thing is my fault. And I'm sorry. And will you please lift the curse so the people will be fine again? And she, after a moment, gives one nod and says, you've apologized to me, but not my sister. If you make it good with her, then we're square.
All right, let's go.
He gives a heavy sigh, and the sun is already beginning to set, and it's a long walk through the woods, and he kind of looks at her pleadingly and is like, can't you just be more chill? Don't you remember that license I gave you?
Let's go. I drag him. I
All right.
said something stupid.
there's a time to chill and a time to spill.
You guys can walk into the woods late into the night and find Candy's lair. And he
Well,
can
it's a
make
lair.
Why should she live here anyway, mate? Yeah. Why should she live in a cave anyway?
Oh, this one's actually a witch.
You just
They said
Erickson
Candy
was
wasn't the witch.
Yeah, the
Well,
other one
she's
was the
a-
witch to make the spell.
Okay, look. Okay, witch, witchy woman. She's a druid. She heals people.
Okay.
I kind of said it's a witch because druids and witches and women and things, and maybe I should stop talking.
Generalizations, right? Okay.
As a boomer, I get your sexist talk.
Thank you. It's not sexist if it's not true, right? Right? It's fine.
But don't say that to her when you're going to apologize, right?
People these days getting upset over nothing. It's all in the family. It's fine. He mumbles to himself and makes his apologies over here, which go over not super well. Which is when Mexi steps out from the hiding, because she did follow you here to overhear this apology and make sure it all went well. The two sisters agree to work together to remove the curse if Jimmy will promise not maybe a lifetime of celibacy, but at least a year of celibacy. And if he can do this for a year, they will lift the curse themselves. And if not, it will stay until he can perform his atonement. They also agree to untransform the people that are permanently zombies, that are permanently dehydrated, and just have it be a nightly curse until he patches up his mistakes.
So this just punish the town and not him?
Celibacy? How much?
No,
how good do you think he is?
No, the town curse, the actual curse, turning into zombies.
Well, hold
The
on.
town, not him.
The whole town is pretty much cursed. His only options at night are zombies. So I think we're okay. I think he won't be getting any action in this town.
It's true.
Yeah.
That's very true.
All right, fair enough.
And the town is fine. Like if everybody's a zombie, you know how much this is going to reduce crime if everybody's a zombie and no one can steal anything at night? Like,
But ships sail into harbor.
I think after this, I
Small
find
problem.
you guys, and I'm going to tell you about how I saved the town from the dangers
okay.
of alcohol, guys. I think we did it. We did it.
Thank you, Sir Walker. You're a true inspiration.
the party can get paid and go home, and we can end our session here for the day, and let's explore some experience points for today's Curse of Margaritaville, which was a doozy.
Well, on a quick poem, I say, Sir Walker, you are the most adventurous, valorous accountant I have ever met.
Accountant?
I am pretty good at counting.
So,
Yeah.
5 orcs, remember?
Everybody knows about Walker, tax arranger.
Exactly.
Oh, that's set up.
All right, everybody can take home 420 experience points because this was not a particularly dangerous mission, just a
level up.
ridiculous one.
There was a
Level up to
town full of
level 3.
zombies.
We fought orcs and stuff too.
Yeah, the Orcs XP is included in here. Yeah. Orcs give
level
experience, the whole quest gives experience, a couple of the more interesting and more dangerous things that you came into gave experience. But it came out to 420 each.
Ooh!
And Kenny has hit points for the first time in his life. Well, second time in his life.
18.
I don't think that anyone else is going to level here. Sir Walker's probably a million XP away from it.
Yeah.
The rest of you are all first level. So congratulations on sort of removing the curse of Margaritaville. Like, it'll get removed. Like, you've started the ball rolling. It will be removed down the line. So congratulations.
Not too bad.
Now, from the cover, I thought it'd be like a vampire or something.
No.
Cover image.
Yeah, well, we didn't use the cover image as very much inspiration. Just the name and the setting.
So was this the plan the whole time? Because I feel like we almost killed that girl immediately.
Yeah, I was a little bit worried that you guys were going to try and fight her. But it worked out in the end. So congratulations on completing the Curse of Margaritaville, and welcome to Shenanigans for our new 2 players. Also, congratulations on not dying with your first characters. That sometimes does happen, actually quite often. No promises next time. Yeah, you still, at this rate, you'll be level 1 for a while, and you'll have many encounters coming our way. So that has been the Curse of Margaritaville. Is there anything we need to say or do before we head out for the evening?
Visit Neal's Patreon at patreon.com/Koibu to support him and his shows, including this one.
Thank you very much. Anyone else? Anything else?
I think we basically just brought your love show back.
Love Bites has returned. Yeah. Oh boy. All right. That's it. We're out. Oh, wrong.
And continue to support Neal's impeachment.
I'm being impeached?
Hearing, a stream by continue to vote for crooked politicians, because crooked politicians, there won't be impeachment hearings.
But are all politicians crooked?
As usual, laughs in Canadian.
Wasn't your prime minister?
Go on.
No, never mind.
That's it, everybody. We're out. See you guys next week. Bye-bye.